Welcome. In this video, we will see how to write a C program for three-dimensional translation transformation. Translation means changing the position of the graphical object. So in translation transformation, we change the position or location of the object from one place to another. So let us write a C program for this. Open Turbo C3, start Turbo C++, create a new file, include header files #include stdio.h #include con.io.h #include graphics.h. So whenever we are writing graphical programs, or whenever we want to draw graphical objects like triangle, rectangle, square, pixel, etc., then we must include graphics.h header file in our program. Then our main function, void main. Inside the main function, we will declare integer variable gd is equal to detect and gm. GD means graphics driver. So which graphics driver we are going to use, that will be automatically detected. Hence we have set the value of GD to detect constant. Then GM means graphics mode. So which graphics mode we are going to use, that will be denoted by GM variable. Now in this program, we are drawing three-dimensional object. So for drawing three-dimensional object, we will use a bar 3D function and we will draw a three-dimensional cube. So for drawing the three-dimensional cube, we will require the x and y coordinate of topmost corner, top left corner, and x and y coordinate of bottom right corner of the cube. So for that, we will take variable x1, y1, x2, y2, and z. X1, y1 are the x and y coordinate of top left corner, and x2, y2 are the coordinates of bottom right corner of the cube, and z is the value of the how much that cube or three-dimensional object will extend in z direction. Okay, so that will be denoted by value z. Then we will also take translation distance tx and ty. Tx means how much distance you want to move the object in x direction, and ty means how much distance you want to move the object in y direction. So these values are denoted by tx and ty. Now we will take the values of coordinate x1 and y1 from user. So for that, we will print one message, enter the coordinates of x1, y1, x2, y2, and z. With the help of scanf function, we will save this value %d %d address of x1, address of y1, address of x2, address of y2, and address of z. Now we will also take the values of translation distance from user, enter the values of translation distances tx and ty. Again, with the help of scanf function, you will save this value, address of tx, address of ty. Now, after changing the position of the object, we will get new coordinates. So how we will calculate those new coordinates? Using the equation new x1 will be equal to old x1 plus tx. New y1 will be equal to y1 plus ty. New x2 will be equal to old x2 plus tx, and new y2 will be equal to y2 plus ty. So in this way you can see that we have added tx value to each x coordinate and ty value to each y coordinate. So in this way we get the new values of x1 y1 and x2 y2. Now we have calculated the values of new coordinates. Now let us write init graph function. Init graph address, pass three parameters to this: address of GD variable, address of GM, and location of turbo C3 BGI file. Okay. Now why we are writing init graph function? Because whenever we want to draw graphical objects, then our computer system must be in graphics mode. So how we will enter the graphics mode? With the help of init graph function. The syntax of init graph function is that we have to pass three parameters. First is address of GD variable, second address of GM variable, and third is the location of BGI file. BGI file is a graphics driver file, and we have to write the path or location of this file. For example, in my computer system, this file is located in C drive. There is a turbo C3 folder, and inside that folder there is a BGI file. So in this way, you have to write the location or path of this file. Now we will draw a three-dimensional cube with the help of bar 3D function. So we'll draw that function, we will draw that cube in yellow color. So I will set the color to yellow using set color function and pass a yellow constant value to this function. For drawing a three-dimensional cube, I use bar 3D function. Bar 3D function is used to draw three-dimensional bars or cubes or cuboids. The syntax of this function is we have to pass the coordinates of topmost left corner, that is x1 y1, and coordinates of bottom right corner, that is x2 and y2, and value of depth or z. You can say z dimension value z, and next is top flag value, which is 1. This 1 means that if the value of this parameter is 1, it means that we can draw the surface on the top surface on that cube. If we set this value to 0, then our cube will be without the top surface. So that is the difference. So this 1 means it is a top flag. If the value of top flag is non-zero, then our cube will be drawn with top surface. And if that value is 0, then our cube, three-dimensional cube, will be drawn without top surface. So that is the difference. Now this bar or this cube we have drawn before changing the position or before translation. Now we will draw the cube or bar after translation. So we will draw that with different color. So I will again use set color function, and I will draw this new cube after changing the position using green color. So I have passed green constant value to the set color function. Now again I will draw a cube using bar 3D function. Now here I will pass new coordinates: new x1, new y1, new x2, new y2. Z will be as it is because we are changing the position in only x and y direction. So we will keep Z as it is and pass top flag value as 1. So in this way, we have drawn both the three-dimensional cube before translation and after translation. Now finally write getCH function. GetCH function will hold our output screen till we give some input. And finally write closed graph function. Closed graph function we draw because of init graph function, our computer system is now in the graphics mode. To return back to normal mode or text mode, we must write close graph function at the end of our program. So in this way, we have completed this program. Save this file, give some name, suppose p25.c. Okay, compile this program. Errors, undefined symbol, new x. Okay, so we have not declared this variable, so I will declare this variable integer new x1, new y1, new x2, new y2. So again I will save this file, compile, success, no errors. Now run this program. Enter the coordinates of x1, y1, x2, y2 and z. Suppose the values of x1, y1 are 100, 100, x2, y2 values are 250, 250 and z value is suppose 130. So enter the values of translation distance tx and ty. Suppose the translation distance is tx is 190. It means I want to shift the object by 190 values in x direction. And suppose the value of ty is 210. It means I want to shift the object by 210 values in y direction. Now you can see this yellow cube is before translation and this green cube is after translation. So in this way, uh, we can write a program for three-dimensional translation. So if you want to learn programming, then you can subscribe the channel. Thank you.